Okay. Whenever you're ready to begin.
13 Grammys, 1 Oscar, 86.5 million albums sold worldwide, and just recently set a record for selling over 1 million digital copies of his most recent album. These accomplishments belong to one Eminem. Plenty of people know how Eminem's life came to be and how he became a successful rap star, but not many know who influenced him and who made him the man he is today. Today, I'd like to describe to you the life of Marshall Mathers, also known as Eminem, and how he became to be who he is today. I've been listening to Eminem since I was in middle school, and I've recently gotten into how his life alters his lyrics and how they influence the songs that he puts out. So, to begin, I'd like to give you a brief history of who he is. Eminem was born Marshall Bruce Mathers III on October 17, 1972. He was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, which is a small town outside of Kansas City. His parents, Marshall Mathers Jr., who abandoned his family when Marshall was just an infant, and Deborah Mathers, who Eminem has had a long history of problems with, who raised him as a child. As a result of being a single parent, Deborah moved around from city to city along the Midwest, usually bouncing from Missouri to around Michigan. He spent most of the time in Detroit. It was actually Warren, Michigan, a suburb outside of Detroit. Before he moved there, he lived in Missouri, in Kansas City, and formed a real close bond with his uncle, Ronnie. That was his mom's brother. And Ronnie was only about a couple months older than Marshall, so they actually talked about a lot of things, including girls, hip-hop, everything else. And Ronnie actually introduced Eminem to hip-hop and who he is. Not long after that, they moved to Warren, Michigan and Detroit. Eminem was about 12 at the time. And because of all the moving and because of the lifestyle that he led, he was always an outsider in school. He got picked on a lot. Very small kid. Obviously, he was white, growing up in a predominantly African-American neighborhood, so not many friends. Often lived in public housing systems, so didn't really run into a whole lot of friends. Because of what Ronnie introduced him to the hip-hop world, he started studying hip-hop. First got into LL Cool J, then Big Daddy Kane, some of the more well-known guys in the 70s and 80s. He not only studied it, but started writing it as well. He started bringing the dictionary around and started just writing rhymes, pages and pages of rhymes. That this didn't have to do with anything, just rhyming. As he ventured into high school, he started, he met a guy named Proof. He was actually his closest friend, even up until very late in his life. Proof got Eminem into the cafeteria, which was kind of a group that they would do rap battles in. And that's how Eminem got more and more involved in the hip-hop scene. He dropped out of high school at age 17 after he failed ninth grade 9 times. Or not 9 times, I'm sorry, 3 times. 3 times. And he actually joined the underground rap scene in Detroit. Used the stage name Eminem like the candy, like M&M. He then phonetically changed it to what it is now, Eminem. And he started doing rap battles more frequently. Most of the time it was weekly. Like I said, Proof kind of got him hooked onto that. He started going into there more frequently and started perfecting who he is. He also started dating a girl that he met from high school, Kim Scott. He's now estranged from her, his ex-wife, but they had a daughter named Haley in 1995 when Eminem was about 23. So you know a little bit about his life now. I'm going to get into how exactly he became the hip-hop artist that we know now. His career really took off in '96, shortly after Haley was born. Haley really pushed him and inspired him to be a rap star as his career. His first album, Infinite, was released in '96 with a record company called Web Entertainment. Wasn't a major deal or anything like that. It failed to sell even 1,000 copies. A lot of people didn't really like it at all, didn't give him a whole lot of publicity or anything like that, so that was kind of a bust. His second album, though, he created his alter ego, Slim Shady, in order to give it that buzz and that pizzazz, if you will, that his lyrics actually needed. So he put out his second album with the same record company, titled the Slim Shady EP, and it did slightly better, selling around 5,000 copies, and it actually got the publicity and the attention that it needed. He met a woman that was head of the rap coalition, Wendy Day, and she invited him to the Rap Olympics in LA in 1997. It was only a $500 prize, nothing big, but he didn't win, but he did get the publicity that he needed. One of Dr. Dre's interns was at that event and asked for his demo, and that's basically what happened. Eminem signed with Dr. Dre not long after with Aftermath Entertainment, released the Slim Shady LP, and it contained the ever popular song My Name Is, which I'm sure everybody knows now. It won Best Rap Album of the Year, and it has gone 10 times, or I'm sorry, triple platinum by the end of the year. After that, he released several different albums, Marshall Mathers LP, The Eminem Show, and most recently, Recovery. All of his major studio albums have at least gone double platinum. He now works with Royce the 5'9", as a duo of Bad Meets Evil. So that's kind of how his career ended up. He's endured great success, but he's also endured great tragedy. These are some of the many tragedies he endured. First major issue was when he was 12 in school. He got beat up on a playground and got hit with a block of ice. Got knocked out. He was in a coma for 5 days. Doctors didn't even know if he was going to live. Obviously, he pulled through. After that, his Uncle Ronnie died when he was about 19, and he references that in a couple of his songs, Stan, and also in Cleaning Out the Closet. As I mentioned before, he's dealt with his estranged ex-wife, Kim, his mom, Debbie. They both don't really talk and been the subject of many songs. He's dealt with constant backlash from the public, including the gay and lesbian community, for some of his lyrics. He's been addicted to painkillers and alcohol in his early career. His friend and group mate of D12 Proof that I mentioned earlier, he died in 2006 in a bar fight. So in conclusion, Eminem is one of the most successful artists of all time. He's endured many different things, success, tragedy, everything else. But I leave you today with this little fact. All of his major albums have gone double platinum, and he's 38 right now. How many more successful albums can he put out?